today we will be discussing the election, VP Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, and we may even dabble a little in the P. Diddy, what's going on with him, because there's new news about P. Diddy, what he got going on. He's still trying to get out on a bond. He hired new attorneys. And now it is being said that they're trying to put everything off on Cassie, that she wasn't a victim, that she is a co-conspirator, which I do not believe that. But we have so much to cover. I am Queen Lily, and thank you for coming to my live. It is now, we have 26 days before November 5th, Election Day. The days are going quickly. Time is speeding up so fast. It's like it just poof, like that, you know? So we don't have much longer before the election, November 5th. I hope you have chosen your candidate. I have chosen mine. This is the the most biggest election ever. And I'm looking forward to it. I've never been more excited about an election in my life. It's going to be huge. Hi, Queen Vera. How are you? How are all of you beautiful kings and queens today? I hope y'all doing well, very well. So, Vera, today we're covering, as you know, the election, VP Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And we're going to do a little P. Diddy. Is that okay with you if I cover a little P. Diddy after I talk about the election? Because there's new foundings for his case. And I'm not liking what I'm hearing, because I'm hearing that he's trying to blame Cassie for a couple of things, which is, it just doesn't make any sense. We saw the video, what happened. So he got to make sense if he's going to do something. And his new attorneys, I just think he's just spending more and more money. That's just my opinion. But we're going to get started. I have a list of things that we're going to be going over today. And like I said, 26 more days before the election. We don't have much time. So if you have not decided, I hope I can help you make your decision on which candidate that you want. But right now, we're discussing VP Kamala Harris and ex-President Donald Trump. That's who's on the list today. Thank you for coming to my live. You all are valued. You are appreciated. Hey, Louise, Carlos, how you doing today? Thank you for coming to my live. Thank you. Please hit the like button, everybody. Let's see what we got in store, because we got a lot to look at. A lot. Hold on. Okay, just a moment, you guys. I got my air conditioner on because it's hot outside, but it's not so hot. You had to have air conditioning. But with these two lights, I get really hot. Okay, I'm gonna show out you guys a video. In this video, hold on one moment. It's got to open up, okay? This is a must watch video.
You haven't seen the literacy rate of your base, have you? Might be an eye-opener for you. I've got an eye-opener for you. There is a specific reason why you cannot win in an intellectual debate with me or any of my followers on the subject of convict Trump or the future of the Republican Party, the future of this nation, or anything in between. It's time for MAGA chuds to stop insulting the intelligence of the rest of the people of this society. The entire Republican body politic, the platform, the foundation, through and through, is in orbit around one principle: systemic racism backed by fundamentalist white Christian nationalists. The bigotry, the misogyny, the xenophobia, the homophobia, and all the other nasty things that come along for the ride serve as great distractions for them. There is a reason that Rupert Murdoch invented the replacement theory. This is the idea that white people are being replaced in this society by people of color. And it is because statistic analysts have concluded that somewhere between the year of 2035 to 2045, white people, for the first time, are going to be a minority in the United States of America. Sorry, Fox News lovers, nobody's trying to hurt the white man. It's not a conspiracy. There's no boogeyman. Okay? It is the inevitable outcome of a nation It was built by conquering indigenous people, growing its population through immigration, and building its workforce on a concept called slavery. The Heritage Foundation, Convict Trump, and Project 2025 is the weaponization of supremacists. We all know that MAGA chuds like to shout from the rafters that Donald Trump had absolutely nothing to do with Project 2025. And the reason they say this is because Donald Trump said he doesn't have anything to do with Project 2025. This might come as a shock to some of you. He lies once in a while. The reason that Project 2025 is so radical in its design is because it is designed to stop the inevitability of the demise of white supremacy. When you read Project 2025, it can best be described as a system reboot with a nasty upgrade. Border policy? Shut it down. Reboot it and build a wall, followed by mass deportations and making the pathway to citizenship nearly impossible for people of color. Education system? Shut it down, reboot it as something else. Make sure white Christian nationalists are in charge of it. Start grooming those children to be right-wing authoritarians. Women's rights will be determined by white Christian nationalist men who will willfully punish them when necessary or reward them when they obey. Any laws which have enabled the LGBTQIA to become co-equal citizens in this society will be eradicated by the use of religious vilification. Basically, the Heritage Foundation and the Republicans who are behind it thought they could let the cat out of the bag with Project 2025. That's how desperate they are. Seems to me that these people forgot that they can't win a popular election, even with the help of gerrymandering. And they are already positioning themselves to try to take this nation's seat of power by whatever force is necessary. It did not work the first time, and it's not going to work the second time either. Republicans have allowed their political party to be taken over by extremists. So-called patriots who pay for their gas to get to the Trump rally with the money they save by buying their food with food stamps. Their core extremist constituency consists of the least intelligent, uneducated, most gullible people in this society. A brand of wacky that is willing to listen to any conspiracy on this planet, as long as it eases their cognitive dissonance with a whopping shit-ton dose of confirmation bias. Well, damn well think we covered it. Have a nice day.
Do y'all agree or disagree with this young man? I would say he has some pretty white teeth. I'm really into teeth, y'all. I love beautiful teeth. I agree with him. No matter how much Donald Trump tries to separate himself from Project 2025, it is him. It is the Republican Party as we know of now. It is MAGA. There's no way he can remove himself from Project 2025 because the people that created Project 2025 was on his board within his campaign in 2016. And then when he tried to run again in 2020, those people were a part of his campaign. So there's no way he can separate himself from it, although he tell his followers, his supporters, that he has no part in it. And he's saying that because he knows that Project 2025 is not good for us Americans. But it's a control thing. He's a control person himself. And the people that created Project 2025, they had issues with people being individuals of their own and their own way of thinking. They want you to only think their way. And I know it's white Christian nationalists, but I don't think Jesus Christ meant for us to just do things one way. No, he created us to be who we are, to be different. He didn't make us all the same color. He made a beautiful rainbow, a rainbow of different colors of humans. That's what he did. So I don't know what else to tell y'all, but we're going to be doing some kind of comparison today between VP Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And as I stated, we may dibble a little bit into Diddy later on during this video, this live. But I'm going to play y'all a video because for some reason, MAGA continues to state that it's VP Kamala Harris' fault about the border. But she is not responsible for the border. She is the VP. It is not her job to cover the border. So I'm gonna take a sip of water in my beautiful crystal glass by Gorham, and then we're gonna watch the video. I don't know how this rumor got started that she's responsible, but I do recall Donald Trump saying that VP Kamala Harris is responsible for the border. That is a false statement. It is not fact at all. And when he says something, MAGA continues to run with it. They run with the false statement from Donald Trump.
This is about saying that she's criticizing her as the border czar. She was never appointed as a border czar, never called that. Where is that coming from? It's made up. I mean, why is it in the resolution? Show me where President Biden said that.
Yeah, I didn't draft the resolution, Mr. Governor, but I know that it is well known that she has been referred to repeatedly
You're
as
testifying
the border czar.
you're testifying on behalf of this resolution.
Correct.
So,
And I'm here to defend the resolution.
all right. So
Correct.
the question is, I'm asking you, since you are here to testify on the resolution, where did President Biden announce that Vice President Harris was, quote, the border czar? Where did he say that?
I don't have the information, and I don't know that I could point to a particular time that he's used that phrase.
Well, the reason why you don't have the information is because he didn't.
Bam! She is not the border czar. President Joe Biden never gave her those duties. And even that Republican man could not give information that she is the border czar because she's not. She is the VP of the United States. She is the president over the Senate. But she is not the border czar at all. Never has she's been. That's not her duties. But y'all continue to listen to Donald Trump. He spews lies daily. All he does is lie. During his rallies, he lied. He's just a big liar. And y'all continue to listening. Just continue listening to him. So now we're gonna play Kamala reads Donald Trump down to his hissy depends. One moment. Because I'm comparing the two. It's good to see the comparison of Donald Trump and VP Kamala Harris. There's truly no comparison, but I'm going to let y'all have y'all day with me on this live to make your mind up about Donald Trump, who he really is. He's not some great savior. I don't know why MAGA believe that Donald Trump is a savior, because he's nowhere near a savior. He doesn't live a pure conservative lifestyle like Jesus Christ. Donald Trump had 3 wives. He cheated on each wife. That's not God-like. Donald Trump, he says he hate, that's a strong word, Taylor Swift. He goes around and lie on people that haven't done anything to them and not deserving of that hate from him. For example, the not Nigerians, I apologize, Haitian people, lying on them, lying on Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama, spewing out lies about her, whether she male or female. It's just all lies. And Mega ran away with it. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama are both intelligent, smart people that he couldn't even sit with them because he doesn't have the capacity in his brain to have the education that they have.
You're not running against Joe Biden, you're running against me. Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. People start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. His former chief of staff has said he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States. His former national security advisor has said he is dangerous and unfit. Not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times. World leaders are laughing at Donald Trump. You're a disgrace. You did, in fact, lose that election. We do not have in the candidate to my right the ability to not be confused. Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. He admires dictators. He said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. You are a disgrace. And our NATO allies are so thankful that you are no longer president. Otherwise, Putin would be sitting in Kyiv for the sake of what you think is a friendship with a dictator who would eat you for lunch. This former president does not appreciate the responsibility of the president of the United States.
Whoa, she said this. Y'all know what she said what her favorite word is. We all know what VP Kamala Harris' favorite word is. She gave him that look. This MF, that's what she was meaning. Hey, I know what she meaning. Yes, I do. She read him down. And see, Donald Trump don't want a woman telling him about what he does. He wants you to shut up and take it. I have another video for you guys, and this one is humorous because this is a day of comparing VP Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and I am loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I hope y'all loving it too. The truth will set you free. Let's have some good kicks and giggles together today while we discuss these politicians. You can discuss them in the chat. I'm loving it.
On a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times. It's a value that I bring to my work to say we are going to work with the private sector and home builders to increase 3 million homes, increase by 3 million homes by the end of my first term. My work that is related to having a friend when I was in high school who was sexually assaulted by my grandmother. And my focus then on protecting women and children from violence.
Whoa, who did that to Donnie Boy? Why would they do Donnie Boy like that? Come on now. Why would you do an ex-president like that? Did y'all not like the makeup? Then he looks so pretty. His lips all. He looked pretty. Now this right here was kind of painful because he threatened VP Kamala Harris supporters. And so not cool. And y'all think that's presidential that he threatens her supporters? She's not threatening Donald Trump. VP Kamala Harris has not threatened Donald Trump not one time, but she mollywopped him at that debate because she's smarter than him. Her education is way up there. Him and Melania's down there. VP Kamala Harris and her husband education is all the way up, all the way up. They both have their education, their doctrines. She married an attorney. Doug is an attorney. What did Donald Trump marry? Melania Trump. Nude photos all over the internet. Seriously? There's no comparison. None. Her education is all the way up. And Melania shaking a tail feather. Donald Trump come from a rich daddy with money. And Doug is an attorney. Went to school and got that education. So who winning right now? VP Kamala Harris. She's up. Donald Trump and Melania down. There's no comparison. But I'm going to enjoy comparing them today. Who's a better fit for the Oval Office? Although Donald Trump has been a president before, but he only won because people thought he was something big. They thought he was smart. They did not know that he was not the businessman that he said he was. He is a man that has filed bankruptcy 6 times. That is not a great businessman. No way that's a great businessman. No way he could be your savior because he's nowhere near as pure as Jesus Christ. No, nowhere near. And let's say VP Kamala Harris has been married 10 years. A faithful marriage. Donald Trump has not been faithful to Melania. She can tell you that herself. What about Stormy, the porn star? Donnie boy, you been cheating on Melania? LL, Laura Bloomer. What's going on with LL, Laura Bloomer? Did Marjorie Taylor Greene push her out of the MAGA club? Let's get to this video. This is Donald Trump threatening her supporters.
But then this popped up. Trump issues a threat to Kamala Harris voters saying they will get hurt if they identify themselves in public. He's threatening Americans, people living in this country who have a different political affiliation. He's threatening them with bodily harm. He basically gave his cult the green light to inflict bodily harm, violence, assault on anyone who does not agree with him. I want you to let that sink in. Bodily harm, assault.
Ariel, yes, he did. Ariel, he did. Yes, he did.
And he wants to be president of this country. He's threatening ordinary, law-abiding Americans, citizens. We live here. And because we have different opinions and political affiliations, he's threatening all of us with bodily harm and assault. And we're just going to let that go.
Ariel, I'm going to read Ariel's comment. Ariel, she says, what about the hundreds of black men in prison because of Kamala? You want to call out my comments? Let me tell you why those black men are locked up or were locked up. They commit crimes. Just because she's brown and black, what you think, she's supposed to let them free because they're black? No, they committed crimes. She even had a reform program for them, but they didn't even want to do the reform program. So if you commit the crime, you're going to go to jail or prison. So why? You feel because she black, she's supposed to give them some special privilege because they're black? No, they committed crimes. She was a prosecutor. She did what she's supposed to do. It is her job as a prosecutor to lock them up when they do crimes. They're no special to anybody else or any other race. When she locked those black men up, they was moving drugs. Some of was domestic violence as well. So if somebody whipping up on somebody, they don't supposed to go to jail or prison. If they putting bad stuff out in our community and they know it's a crime, you think they don't supposed to go to prison, Ariel? Why do black people keep making that statement that she locked up so many black men? They committed crimes. She even formed a program to reform them. Some of them were reformed. They have not been back to jail or prison. But a vast majority, they just wanted to keep committing crimes because sometimes that's who they are. It don't matter what race you are. It's some people just like to commit crimes. So we cannot blame her for their crimes. They got locked up and went to jail and prison because Ariel, they're criminals. Like Donald Trump is a criminal. He will be locked up November 26th. They are criminals, Queen.
We're just going to because I swear to God, somebody come at me. I'm not in Texas anymore. First of all. Second, let anybody come at me. I promise you, it's not going to go well. You're not going to attack people on the street, walking, taking their kids to school, going to work, just because they have a sticker or a shirt, or you think they do, with assault and bodily harm.
Let me ask you this.
Come at me.
You all in the chat, let me ask you this. Tell me how you feel about people that are not for Donald Trump. Do you think it's right for him to tell his supporters to attack people? I want to know, because you can't go attacking people because Donald Trump told you to. Like he told y'all to meet him at the Capitol, and y'all went there and destroyed the Capitol, and y'all went there to harm Nancy Pelosi and Mike Pence and whoever else. Y'all even hurt police officers. So you think that's right to do bodily harm to somebody? It ain't right. And if they hurt you back, don't war is me, because I noticed when y'all was at the Capitol, when the police would mace you guys back, y'all was warring me. Oh, he sprayed that in her eyes. Of course he sprayed it in her eyes. Y'all breaking into the state capitol. So when somebody lights you up, when you go to attack them, don't war is me. It's that simple. Leave people alone. Don't try to harm them. They're not going to harm you. What about if you say you're a Christian? What about the godly way and mind your own business and don't put your hands on people? Because if you put your hands on people, they're going to lay you out, or you may be pop out. So be kind. That's part of Christ, to be kind and loving. So we're going to watch a video. VP Kamala Harris on The View. She was on The View, and because y'all stated that she doesn't get out and do many interviews. Well, she has been doing so many interviews. So she did an interview on The View as well. And it was actually pretty good. So I have a couple of clippings from that. And I enjoyed her interview. She was so relatable. And that's why the women love her. Every race of women love her. The ones that don't, I'm not concerned about them, honey. Because if you want to keep following up behind Donald Trump, the man that has 34 felonies, and VP Kamala Harris has a clean record. She is a candidate without anything on her record. And she's the candidate with the highest education. And y'all love to get in my chat and mention Willie Brown. Willie Brown said that was not true. He was her mentor. I've had mentors. Have you had mentors? It matter what stage in life you're in, what level you're trying to go to in life. He was her mentor. She knew that she wanted to be in politics because her mother and father raised her to be someone of dignity. And that's what she gives. So stop hating on somebody because they have greatness in their life. She come from good seed. So that's what I expect from her. Donald Trump come from a dad that was not a good father. Kamala Harris' father was a professor. He is. He probably retired now. And he was a civil rights. He marched with the civil rights, for civil rights. She come from good seed. She has an amazing husband. That video taking a moment to open up, so I'm going to go to something else. Oh, and I had read to you all from the indictment document about Mike Pence, and Donald Trump wanted Mike Pence to lie and give him the lie that he won in 2020, which he had not won. We all know Donald Trump did not win. So let me see if I can get this video to open. I hope this one opens, because it's just loading right now. But Mike Pence, he spoke about it. Mike Pence is an honorable man, and when he speak, he the one should have been president, and he was the one making a lot of the decisions, because Donald Trump don't know policies. When he out there doing his rallies, he do not speak of policies. Y'all enjoy him being a reality star. Y'all ain't concerned about this man's his mind is stuck in reality TV. Why would you want somebody to be your president that does not get up there and talk about what he could do for you? Because he's a narc, and a narc is going to talk about himself at all times and a bunch of nonsense. This is Mike Pence.
As I've said many times, on that fateful day, President Trump's words were reckless, endangered my family and everyone at the Capitol. But the American people deserve to know that on that day, President Trump also demanded that I choose between him and the Constitution. Now voters will be faced with the same choice. I chose the Constitution, and I always will.
That's an honorable man. He too is educated. He knows policies. He would have made a great president, but he was vice president to Donald Trump. And he would not lie for Donald Trump. Donald Trump sicked his MAGA people on Pence. He got on Twitter putting out false information, and he kept trying to pressure Mike Pence to use the fake ballots instead of the real ones that, President Biden won. He wanted him to give out, put in and certified fake ballots. He wouldn't do it because Donald Trump did not win in 2020. He didn't win. Although he continued to tell you all that he won, it's just a flat out lie. And then he's been walking around lately acting presidential when he's not the president. Going to the hurricane thing, setting up GoFundMe's, running scams. He's a con artist. That's who Donald Trump is. Just one moment. We're going to go to the next video. And this one is Harris versus Trump. Again, there's really no comparison because Donald Trump is a dummy. And this is showing the pollings, you know, what the polling is right now. This is the polling right now. Blue is VP Harris and red is Trump. Because she can hold the voters' attention when she does her rallies, they are intrigued by her. They are intrigued that she's an educated woman that knows her policies. Donald Trump doesn't have any policies. He has a concept. He stated that himself, that he has a concept. So y'all prefer to have a concept than someone that's actually giving you policies, telling you what they can do for our country and what they already have done for our country? I think I'm going to choose a candidate that has real policies, the candidate that knows what she's doing. So this is Trump and Vance and their supporters and their hate for blacks. So I'm going to play this video because it's real. You got to hate black people to get out there and lie on the Haitians. And kind of find out it was actually one of y'all own was eating the geese and stuff. But y'all put it on Haitians, black people in Springfield, Ohio. They hard workers. They're not eating your cats and dogs nor the geese, but they did find a white guy collecting the geese and eating the geese. That's what happened. It was not us. It was not the black and brown people. Not I, says the king. Not I, says the queen. It was not us. It was a white man. And Donald Trump put all this hate in your minds and heart, and you just let it fester. And you continue to hate and spew the bad things that Donald Trump says. Don't hold on to his words because his words have no value. And as you see, his words had no value. He lost the election. He lost the election 2020. He tried to steal it from President Joe Biden. He had so many co-conspirators breaking the law with him. And they have done prison time. And they are witnesses against him. His own cabinet had to testify against him. His own campaign people had to testify against him. His co-conspirators. I've read a couple pages of the indictment from Jack Smith. But what I learned about MAGA, because they're brainwashed, it don't matter how much you preach. Very few of them have left Donald Trump. But the true Republicans that know policy, they are on the wagon with VP Kamala Harris. They jumped ship from Donald Trump. They want no part of Donald Trump. Hey, LaSwan, how you doing, King? How you doing? Thank you, all you beautiful kings and queens in my chat. You are all valued, no matter who your candidate is. Thank you for coming to my live. So I'm waiting to this other video to open up. I'm going to read some of your comments why it's taking a while to open up. Sweet and sour hour said, can we stop talking about Donald Trump for a few minutes? 90% of what I hear is Trump bad. But it's facts. Yes, it's about Trump. Trump is not a person that have any dignity or good about him. So how I'm going to put something good out about him when all he does is evil? You know the man put out evil. His own wife won't let him touch her. I showed y'all videos in my live. She don't want him touching her. She won't even kiss him. Now, if your own wife don't want to be near you, that is a problem. I'm stating facts. I can see if I was lying on him. No, I'm not lying on him. I can even play a video of him saying the things, and y'all will still say he didn't see it. I pray for y'all, Mega. There's nothing great about y'all because y'all falling behind a man that's leading you in a dark path. And what are you going to do November 5th when you get up November 6th and he lost? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's sad. Chunky girl, I'm not angry. I talk and speak with passion because I've done motivational speaking for some years. So I'm very passionate when I speak. It ain't anger. Okay, queen? It's not anger at all. From one queen to another, it's not anger. I'm just passionate about when I speak. That's why I decided to start a YouTube channel and talk about the elections because I'm passionate about the elections. Bless your soul, chunky girl. At least I'm not chunky. And Terry, thank you for the blue hearts. Overdose, edibles. I respect that's your candidate. Apparently, chunky girl, you keep want to come for me, and I'm trying to be nice, and y'all just would not let me be kind. Girl, I know you ain't trying to put religion with Donald Trump. Again, did he not cheat on Melania? That's who he cheated on every wife. But he's married now, and he cheated on his wife with a porn star. That's religious, and that's God. But God, whoo, thank you, Jesus. Girl, bye. Lil Swan, thank you for the blue hearts. Your face is bigger than mine, so apparently you are. Vicky, I'm not gonna say that last name. I pray for you and your enlightenment. Thank you. Ariel, Trump trying to bring Jesus back. Boy, if you don't stop, honey. Oh, y'all really see Jesus on that man. Y'all need y'all vision check. Because Jesus was not a person that hated other people. Jesus put love in the atmosphere. Donald Trump said he hates Taylor Swift. That is of Jesus Christ. He hates VP Kamala Harris. He hates President Barack Obama because President Barack Obama represents greatness and high education. Him and his wife. His wife went to Princeton. They are so educated. Donald Trump can't even breathe near President Obama nor VP Kamala Harris. He married a woman that has nude photos all over the internet. Are you kidding me? Come on. Anyway, I'm going to play this video.
So I'm about to play y'all a video. And this is a prime example of why I have beef with the Republican Party. So I'm going to need all my black Republican/conservative brothers and sisters to come down to the front and give us an explanation as to why this is okay. And keep in mind, the man that's going to be speaking is one of the authors of Project 2025. This is what they think. This is what they believe. This is what comes out of that party. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
You said, quote, Haiti is so screwed up because it wasn't colonized long enough, end quote. Is that correct? Did you say that?
I'm happy to talk about that all you want.
You did say it. That's right.
Yes.
You said that. Haiti was colonized as a slave plantation colony. The French colonized Haiti so that slaves would work on plantations. The end of colonization in Haiti was so that the people there would no longer be slaves. So what you're saying, and I read your quote, and anybody watching this online should go read it. What you're saying is it would have been good if they'd stayed colonized, which means that it would have been good if they had stayed enslaved by the French.
In the long run, it's one of
in the long run,
history. No,
people shouldn't have been enslaved a single day. I'm reclaiming my time, Chair.
And they had every right. They had every right to throw the.
What you said is that you would have wanted them reclaiming my time. I'm
They
talking
would
now.
have been freed
You
30
said it-
years later,
you said-
and they would have been in the same situation.
You were saying you wanted
And-
30 more years of slavery in Haiti,
No,
reclaiming
I
my
did
time.
not. I did
You
not.
just said
I
it.
did not
Honestly,
want
it
that.
adds up. You said that they would have benefited from the French influence.
In
The
the
French
long
were the
run,
ones
like the people in Martinique and
reclaiming my
Guadeloupe,
time, Mr. Chairman.
were
I'd like my time
also
back.
enslaved.
My time. This is
sugar
my
colonies.
time, Mr. Corcorian.
They are much better off.
Honestly,
now
this
than
all
Haiti
starts to
was.
add up. Before today, I couldn't understand why Trump's Project 2025 could advocate for ending civil rights protections. Why would Trump's Project 2025, I know there's crazy stuff in here, but I couldn't get why it would advocate for ending protections against discrimination. But now I understand. We have Project 2025 board members here who are the directors of groups that the Southern Poverty Law Center has designated as a hate group. We have people that are on the board that developed this who have said, for example, that Haitians would have been better off with more influence from their enslavers.
So what y'all think? How many people out of the Republican Party think just like this man? How many people in office think just like this man? How many police officers think just like this man? Co-workers, everyday life. You act like racism ain't real. Just because it changed don't mean it ain't real. It's time for black people to come together and organize and figure this out. I'm tired of being on the losing side. Y'all should be too.
Ooh, he said a mouthful. And y'all keep wanting to say that Donald Trump is not a part of Project 2025. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And then I'm gonna play a video for y'all so y'all can really see who JD Vance is. He is not for the American people. He ain't for black, brown, white, Hispanic, Asian, none of us Americans. He's not for us. But if you're voting for Trump, you voting for JD Vance as well. And this is what he's doing to our country. He's doing stuff behind the scenes that Donald Trump may not even know about. Because he has ulterior motives. He don't like Donald Trump. He's been stating he didn't like Donald Trump. He said Donald Trump was dumb. He said that Donald Trump should not be president. He said so many negative things about your savior, MAGA, but y'all voting him in too. And they're gonna move Donald Trump out the way because JD Vance, he planned on being president sooner than you think, but Donald Trump would not win. So us good citizens that's not out there tearing up the state capitol, we're gonna be happy. We're gonna be happy because we're gonna have who? VP Kamala Harris. Cheers to that. Toast to that. Out of my Gorham crystal. Cheers. JD Vance is setting Donald Trump up and he don't even realize it. That's what VP Kamala Harris mean about Donald Trump is not smart. All you gotta do is flatter him and he believe whatever you say. That's what Putin does to him. And he believes everything Putin says. Putin played him. Before we were told about the 19, Donald Trump and Putin already knew. He was mailing our test for 19 to Russia. But we didn't have any in our country. We didn't even know what was going on. But that's your candidate. That's your candidate. And you will suffer for that. So this is about JD Vance.
JD Vance owns this app, the Acre Trader. Have you heard of it? It helps investors outside of the US snatch up properties as investment pieces from overseas. You know, properties like family farms. That means that wealthy foreign investors don't have to jump through any of the hoops to price out the people here who need those properties. It's racist as hell. Hey, I'm Angela, I'm a professor, I wrote a book on slavery, and I like to point out things that are racist as hell. Like JD Vance, and how he has used his economic and political privilege to ensure that as few Black people as possible were able to use properties as any type of vehicle for social mobility. Let's talk Black farmlands, all right? The same racist violence, anti-Black legislation, discrimination at the federal, state, and local level, and other systemic injustices that Black potential homeowners saw were even worse for Black farmers. they've been historically excluded from loans, subsidies, and credit programs that white farmers have always been eligible for. Black land ownership has also steadily been decreasing. In 1910, Black farmers owned 16 million acres of farmland. Now, they own less than 3 million. Foodprint.org estimates that this loss in active farmland translates to more than $326 billion of wealth that's been lost for Black rural families. So here we have a group of Americans whose ancestors built most of this nation, farmed most of its land in the Southeast, and then defended it over and over again in a succession of wars, many of whom still can't access properties at the same rates as white Americans, and now at the same rates as foreign investors, thanks to J.D. Vance and his garbage app as well. I just feel like if I were trying to be a fake Appalachian member of Congress running for Vice President of the United States during a time of climate change and impending food uncertainty, I would maybe not be making my money by assisting foreign investors to buy up U.S. properties when people with farming knowledge who are in the U.S. right now can't even get hold of anything. Like, what a garbage man. Sorry, I meant man made out of garbage, not garbage man.
And he is Donald Trump's pick for VP. If there are any Black people in my chat that are mega, you need to have your brain examined. It's that simple. I am going to show y'all another video that pertains to VP Kamala Harris and ex-President Donald Trump. It's like comparison. That's what I'm doing today. Comparing the two. A little kicks and giggles at the same time. Thank you for coming to my live. You are valued. You are appreciated. You are all kings and queens. It does not matter who your candidate is. You still are welcomed. Thank you. Get a little laugh.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets in Springfield.
That is so cute. That's Dunny boy. Hold on. Oh, little Dunny boy. I'm going to show y'all a video of VP Kamala Harris. She's working. So you need to, because you want to know what else she does. Remember y'all said, what does VP Kamala Harris do? I'm going to show you. She's very vice presidential. Doing her job. That's what she does. She does her job. She's getting out there because, you know, we just had Hurricane Helene. Now we're about to have Hurricane Milton. So she's out there doing what she's supposed to do as a VP. Even though DeSantis and Trump trying to stop her from doing what she's supposed to be doing as VP, she's still out there doing what she's supposed to. Out with the governor. They have discussions about, you know, when Hurricane Helen happened. Hold on. She's meeting with other people from different states because they're trying to help with the hurricane. And Donald Trump said that she didn't do anything to help with the hurricane. That's not true. That's from North Carolina. The North Carolina governor and another politician. She was out working when Donald Trump made the statement that she wasn't doing anything. It's not true. She was doing her job. That's what VP Kamala Harris was out doing. Her job. Her Black job. This is her when she got off the plane. She looks so pretty. And she's a walking billboard of health. Look at her body. She's fit. She's ready to be in the Oval Office. She's not overweight and can't run if something happens. She can get down with the get down because she's physically fit. And she has the education and the knowledge to be president. Yes, she does. So I'm going to show you a video of P. Diddy and Donald Trump having a conversation. It tells me a lot about who Donald Trump is because he always mingle with criminals. P. Diddy is a criminal. Donald Trump is a criminal. So I'm going to show you a video from the past and it tell you exactly who these people are. One moment, please. I'm going to read some of your comments. Austin, you said I'm blind. I told you your mama had to be blind to birth you because you sure is ugly. Tim Johnson, that is fair. That's your candidate, Trump 2024. I respect that. Stank, MAGA, okay. You MAGA, okay, that's fine. Ariel said picks Obama and Diddy. I'm not going to entertain that. You're so bitter because I'm about to show you a video of Donald Trump and Diddy. Vero, thank you for the blue hearts, queen. Thank you. It really touched my heart. Thank you. Brent says she is beautiful, so much more attractive than Trump physically. She is beautiful and much more attractive. Because remember Donald Trump said at one of his rallies, I'm much more attractive than Kamala Harris. He said Kamala though. I'm much more attractive than Kamala Harris. Are you kidding me? You are a blubber butt with a black lady's makeup all over your face and it makes you look orange because you're pale white wearing a black lady's makeup. And then he has that toupee. VP Kamala has her own hair, healthy skin, a glow about her. Her aura is so happy and joyful and full of love. So when she does her rallies, they are excited for her to come to their state and to do those rallies. Donald Trump speaks of hate and misery at his rallies, while Kamala Harris, it's all joy and love. Yes, celebrate. Freedom, freedom, where are you? I need freedom too. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Austin says, why so angry? Do I sound angry? I told you I do motivational speaking, so sometimes my voice projects. Accept it. Austin, you're just a pitiful man. You're just like Donald Trump with your little, this what you is. Your wife ain't happy with you. That's why she's sneaking around with a black man. UL says, of course you are angry. Y'all are going around. You're not getting paid for it and chanting his name for hours a day and spreading lies, hate stuff. You can't even tell your children. Okay, I don't know what you mean, you all. Brent said, God bless Kamala Harris. Wish no evil on anyone. Amen. Thank you, Brent. Oh, but they wish hate on her. I'm gonna show y'all a video in a minute. They wish hate on her. They wish harm, MAGA, wish harm on VP Kamala Harris. They are a terrorist group. I gotta remember to show y'all that video. And that's not the Christian way of life, to hate. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Thank y'all. Hit the like button, please. This is a conversation from years ago. So we know who Donald Trump is, but this give you a little bit more of an idea because the likes of people he communicate with.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie John. Y'all won't believe this. Shout out to Trust Black Women _ Honey, I don't know where they found this, but this is a video from a very long time ago. Trump's hair is almost.
Let me wipe it off. I got fingerprints all over it. Hold on. Fingerprints all over it. Hold on.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie John.
I hope that's better.
Shout out to Trust Black Women _ Honey, I don't know where they found this, but this is a video from a very long time ago. Trump's hair is almost real.
I'm gonna speed it up because I don't care about all that.
Did he?
Give it a hide.
Hold on.
I did it by working smart. More importantly than anything else is by using my own brain.
The lies he uses daddy's money.
I'm not in any trouble, and I'm doing well, and I'm making money. Well, you're making the same mistakes that I am. You may just be able to hide yours a little bit better. Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't know.
What has gotten on with me so bad is that Diddy is irritated. Like irritated because it's kind of like Trump is saying he's less than smart. But what is so crazy is that these two are sitting down and having a conversation.
And they mirror each other. Donald Trump and P. Diddy are the same people. They mirror each other.
With politics and politicians is that you really can't have done very much wrong, and that means you can't have done very much. Yeah, which is why I have no intention of running for president, and I wouldn't have an intention of running for president, and that's a shame because that's not the way life should work. I feel. Well, that's what people can't understand. Yeah, you know, we can't be judged by man. God runs this world. You know. Right. Well, he's done a fantastic job, at least as far as my stuff is concerned.
Trump cannot even stay true to his own words. But if this man is not a man of God.
Amen. Amen, sister.
God controls the world. He said, I don't know, but he's done very well for me.
I've done great for the casino business. All three of my casinos were rated 4 stars by the Mobile Travel Guide, and they're the only casinos in the United States that are still rated. I built the Taj Mahal, which everyone said that's going to be his downfall. The Taj Mahal
bankruptcy.
$1 billion building, and it's. I think
bankruptcy.
I've been an enormously successful businessman too. Maybe the greatest of all time. You know, and I'm going to make something good out of it. Exactly right.
Yeah, and so while Trump is babbling on about all of his accolades and how great his buildings are, Puff is like really aggravated, like, hold up, I'm great too. I'm going to do some amazing things as well. But my question is, I made a mistake. What mistake is he talking about? And I'm going to tell you something. The reason Trump sitting here talking about he wouldn't run for president is because of the mistake that him and Puffy were talking about. Because he knows there's so much on his name. He knows there's so much that he's done. I would love to know what they're talking about. But fast forward to today, and look where these two are right now. This is something else. We can talk about it, y'all. It's your girl, Millie Shine. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
And what she mean about that? Fast forward to today. What's going on today? Donald Trump is going to be sentenced November 26th, my birthday. He will be sentenced for the crimes he did for January 6th. And he has those 34 felonies. So he's getting sentenced for probably a bunch of stuff. He in so much trouble. And he's going to lose the election. It just is what it is, okay? But him and P. Diddy, they mirror each other. Those two, they mirror each other. They are two demons sitting there having a conversation. Two men that are not of God. No matter how they try to profess they are a part of God. Jesus Christ, honey, he don't hear them. They reprobated minds. Reprobated minds, Jesus do not hear you. Nor does God the Father hear them. Now we're going to listen to and watch something that has to do with Trump tries to intimidate VP Kamala Harris supporters. Intimidation is not going to work because my little pretty tail going to be still voting. I have been voting since I was 18 and I am 50 years old. I have never missed voting. Once I was given my right to vote at 18, I was in there. I was not going to ever not vote. I vote for local everything. Anything that I got to vote for, I'm voting. Because my ancestors fought for me to vote and I was going to do it. I'm not missing a voting for anything. Cheers to that. Cheers to my beautiful red lipstick. Staying pretty while alive. Living alive.
Perhaps identifying yourself as a Kamala Harris supporter would be very dangerous and you would end up getting hurt. That sounds like voter intimidation to me, and I'm not going to be intimidated. I want to know if you're going to be intimidated to vote for Kamala Harris because of Donald Trump's dangerous rhetoric. What does that do to you? Because I'm not afraid to stand on this platform and say, I'm not going to back down from Humpty Dumpty. That big old piece of shit does not intimidate me. And I am going to continue to use my platform to tell you that Donald Trump is the most dangerous person to ever seek the presidency, and Kamala Harris is extremely qualified and ready to take on the role. trust me when I say that. I'm not going to sit here and listen to more MAGA threats and how they're going to come after us and whatever. Joe Biden is the president now. Donald Trump was the president at the time, and he was unable to overturn this election with the power of the presidency. It is not going to happen with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in charge. It is just not going to happen. They're going to be so prepared for any sort of attacks like this again that they're not even going to have a chance to begin. Most of those people are still in jail for what they did or too terrified to come out and do anything else again. They know they've been lied to. He admitted that Stop the Steal and all that stuff was false. We have Jack Smith's briefing. These people have been played like fools. So I'm not going to be intimidated here. I want to know if you're still coming out to vote for Kamala Harris and are proud to do so. Let me know in the comments. Give me a follow and a like.
I am proud to be voting for VP Kamala Harris. I'm just over ecstatic about it. I can't wait to put my vote in and show y'all my sticker because I'm going to let y'all see me walk around with my sticker because my ancestors fought for me to vote. I'm going to walk proudly with my sticker on my blouse when I come up out of there. Let me be like, what's up, MAGA? What's up? What's up, MAGA? You like my sticker, MAGA? I'm going to let y'all listen to this pastor. And I agree with this pastor. He states what he feels about Donald Trump and what he's doing to this country. And I agree with everything that he says. Donald Trump is not fit to be president. I don't know what else to tell you, MAGA. Y'all are lost in the sauce and he got a spell or something on you. Because it's like you're sick. You're falling behind a narcissist. Lord Jesus, fix it, Jesus.
I watched Donald Trump's speech yesterday in Erie, Pennsylvania, and it was appalling, I guess, is the best word I can describe. In this speech, he told lie after lie after lie. In addition, he called Harris mentally disabled, said Harris should be prosecuted. Of course, he attacked immigrants like he always does, saying that all they wanted to do is rape, pillage, and kill. He condoned police violence and even suggested something that is the plot to the purge, where we could have a day or maybe at least an hour where the police anyway could do whatever they wanted to do, kill anybody, do whatever they wanted to do in order to make criminals pay for what they're doing. And so the police become
then he talking about himself because he's a criminal.
Unbelievable. And then of course he used terms like monsters and vile animals to attack any of his enemies. This is just unacceptable. We are better than this in the United States. And I don't see how anybody can vote for this guy. He is bringing hatred and division to our country. What he said really was, and I hate to use this term, but what he said was really Hitler-esque. It's authoritarianism. It's unbelievable that this guy is even on the ballot, that Republicans have chosen this guy to represent America when he represents the worst of what Americans are, not the best. And so I am just begging you, we've got a little over a month left.
26 days left.
Together and defeat this hatred. We have to come together and show everyone in this country that we are better than Donald Trump.
I think we're all better than Donald Trump too, but some, they don't believe in themselves. They weren't taught to love themselves. They haven't been inspired. They low vibrational people that follow behind Donald Trump, while VP Kamala Harris people up there with education, they're excited about life. They're not miserable, blaming other races why they don't have something. That's not what VP Kamala Harris people are doing. Her supporters, we are excited about life. We're excited about what God is going to bless us with and the favor that is coming. We're not talking about what somebody else has. We're not mad because I don't have this, but that race got that. They don't deserve that. That's not what we're about. VP Kamala Harris people are about joy, love, and happiness. And what we got planned and what she has planned for us, her plans for the policies of health and all. We are excited. While MAGA the whole time sitting there, the chin hanging down, fat all under the neck, then big old fat stomach rolls. We ain't about that. We into healthiness. Look at her. She fit. Donald Trump is not fit. He's old. He's 78 years old. He's too old to be running for president. He can't remember anything. And y'all said the same thing, what, about Joe Biden, didn't you? But what do you got now? You got the same thing with Trump. A pitiful man. And VP Kamala Harris, she's loved by so many. Loved by so many. Like, I'm going to show you this video. This little girl was so excited to meet VP Kamala Harris. She was ecstatic. She was like, oh my God. She was like in love with our president, VP Kamala Harris. President Kamala Harris. She was excited. And I get it, because I would have been excited as well. When she came here to Atlanta and I didn't get to go, I was like, oh, I didn't get to go. I really wish I was able to go, but I couldn't go. So you're going to see a video of how much love people have for her, because she put joy in the atmosphere. She's not talking about hating people. She's not talking about unaliving her opponents. She's not doing any of that. None of that. But Donald Trump does that. That's not high vibrational. That's low vibrational. That's what people that eat cheeseburgers from McDonald's and Burger King do. That kind of food make you low vibrational. Your think pattern is off because you don't eat healthy. It makes you angry. Eating beef is not good for you. It's bad for you. It causes you to be delusional because it affects your brain, can cause maggots and worms in your body. You digesting something that could have worms inside of it. Why would you eat that? That's why Donald Trump is off. The food he eats affects his way of thinking. He's too old to keep eating beef and pork, because as you get old, you lose your mind some. So he's losing it quick, worse than Joe Biden. Y'all talk about Joe Biden, but pay attention to Donald Trump when he's out there doing his rallies. He doesn't speak well. He stumbles over all his words. Look at this love and joy. This is adorable. I love this. This is love and happiness. This is love. Excitement about VP Kamala Harris. Kids don't like Donald Trump. Even the pets hate Donald Trump. The pets don't like Donald Trump. They jump to the TV screen to attack the TV screen. Look at that little girl. She loves VP Kamala Harris. Kids don't like people that are evil. That's how you know she's not evil. Young leaders. The children are our future. That is beautiful. Beautiful. OMG. OMG. I love that. I love that. I love it. Joy, love. I love it all. Yes, yes. That's what being a president is about. Bringing joy and happiness to people's lives. This is the United States of America. We should not be divided. Donald Trump is about chaos and division. She's about freedom and opportunity and spreading joy and love. That's who VP Kamala Harris is. I think I would choose joy and happiness and freedom, love, and opportunity every day of my life. Why would I choose chaos and division? I don't hate anyone. I love each and every last one of y'all in my chat. I can't see myself hating because I can't get to heaven hating. And when Donald Trump said he hates Taylor Swift, do you not know that Jesus Christ and God heard that? God hears everything. Although he don't hear reprobated minds prayers. He does not hear Donald Trump prayers, and he does not hear P. Diddy prayers. Because reprobated minds, they don't get heard. God turned his back on them. So now, this is a video VP Kamala Harris on The View, and it's finally going to open up, because when I tried to open it earlier, it wouldn't open for you beautiful kings and queens, but it's going to open now. It's downloaded. So I'm excited. sex issue is a personal one for me because I am part of what they call the sandwich generation. I'm an only child, and I will likely be responsible for taking care of my children and my parents at the same time. Also, and my co-host. My mother, in fact, she's here in the audience, as I've told you. She's a retired teacher. Her application for long-term health care was denied as a pre-existing condition. You are announcing on our show a plan to ease the financial and emotional burdens on families like mine, caring for our aging loved ones.
Yes.
What is that plan?
So Sunny, like you, I took care of my mother when she was sick. She was diagnosed with cancer. And so it is
Hit the like button. Thank you.
As well as something I care deeply about. Taking care of a parent, that means trying to cook what they want to eat, what they can eat. It means picking out clothes for them that doesn't soften up, that doesn't irritate their skin, right? It means trying to think of something funny to make them laugh or smile. And there's so much about that really is about giving folks dignity. And to your point about being in the sandwich generation, there are so many people in our country who are right in the middle. They're taking care of their kids and they're taking care of their aging parents. And it's just almost impossible to do it all. Especially if they work, we're finding that so many are then having to leave their job, which means losing a source of income, not to mention the emotional stress. And so what I am proposing is that basically what we will do is allow Medicare to cover in-home health care. We're talking about these kinds of things where it's just about helping an aging parent or person, prepare a meal, put their sweater on. And it's about dignity for that individual. It's about independence for that individual. I mean, people are declining skills to some extent, but their dignity their pride has not declined. They want to stay in their home. They don't want to go somewhere else. Plus, for the family to send them to a residential care facility to hire somebody is so expensive. And I'll just say, well, here's the other thing about it. So, people say, well, how are you going to pay for it? Here's the thing. Here's how we pay for it. Part of what I also intend to do is allow Medicare to continue to negotiate drug prices with these big pharmaceutical companies, which means we are going to save Medicare the money because we're not going to be paying these high prices, and those resources are best then put in a way that helps a family like what you are describing, which you have already done. Which we have already done with insulin.
She's giving y'all her health care plan. Remember when she asked Donald Trump what was his plan? He had no plan. What did Donald Trump say about health care? He has a concept. She's telling y'all her plan right there because you keep asking her, what is her health plan? She just gave it to you, okay? Now, in the chat, tell me what is Donald Trump's plan. MAGA, tell me. That's your candidate, and I respect that. But tell me what is his health care plan? Because remember, during the debate, which y'all gonna say he didn't say it, during the debate, he said he has a concept. He doesn't have a plan. I love to see y'all lie for him. Let me see. This is Donald Trump and DeSantis. Let's see, because they're trying to make our girl VP Kamala Harris look bad while she's trying to help with this with Hurricane Milton. Hold on. It's taking a moment to open up. Let's give it a moment. Thank you for coming to my live. Frances Lewis says she does it herself. Don't worry. I don't know what y'all talking about. Daniel said, don't she want to remove private health care that she got to be? I'm not saying that. That is so cruel. And again, kindness goes a long way. Please do not put profanity in my chat. Do not put actual stuff in my chat. And be kind. You don't have to put mean stuff in my chat. There's no reason for it. Adam, I could break you down and hurt your feelings, but I'm not going to go there with you. I can imagine what your wife, girlfriend, your boyfriend look like. Lord Jesus. Terry Roberts, thank you, thank you, thank you. UL says, how many years has it been? She's only had a few months to come up with her plans and policies. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. They don't even realize that. She was handing the ball to go down the court, and Donald Trump already had time to be ahead of her. She's only been running as a candidate for a couple of months. He's been running for some years. And she has passed him because she's an intellectual person. She's a logical person. She has the brain to calculate what needs to be done, while Donnie Boy has a concept. Fix it, Jesus.
We're learning that DeSantis refused to take a call from Vice President Harris, specifically around Hurricane Milton. Can you just talk about that and any communication around this new hurricane? Look, that is something for the governor to speak to himself. If you have the president and you have the vice president reaching out to offer up assistance provided to your constituents, the people who live in your state, to make sure we are doing everything that we need to do from a federal response, and we're reaching out, offering our support. That's for the governor. The governor, it's up to him if he wants to respond to us or not.
But he insists on telling lies, him and Donald Trump, that VP Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are not doing anything. That's just a lie. Even Governor Kemp here in Atlanta, he said that it was not true, that Joe Biden called him and he had missed Joe Biden's call, and he called him back. And he said Joe Biden asked him, did he need anything that, he could help? He told him they didn't need anything at the time, but if he does, he's going to let President Joe Biden know. Your candidate just lies so much. These two, they two devils. They two of a kind. They two of a kind. And Donald Trump talks so much trash about DeSantis, I don't know why he listened to Donald Trump. When Donald Trump sinks November 5th, he's going down too. He doesn't realize he's going down too. These two look like I'm going to tell you what they look like to me. Beavis and Butthead, they look like they share boogers. They look like two little 2-year-olds sitting on the floor slobbing and nose running, and they're going to share boogers with each other. But you can tell Trump eat the most boogers because his stomach's so fat. And DeSantis, oh my God, him and Trump wear too much spray on tan trying to look like they're black. Why cover up your skin? What's wrong with your natural pale skin? I see plenty of people with beauty with their natural pale skin, but they run around here wearing makeup, foundation, and face powder. Are y'all gonna tell me that's Donald Trump complexion? Tell me, MAGA, is that Donald Trump true complexion, his face? Because if you look at his ears, they're pale. Y'all try to tell me everything else ain't right. I want to know. Talk to me. Talk to me, MAGA. What's good? What's good, MAGA? Don't get shot now. Is that Donald Trump true complexion? Why would you want to darken your skin when you don't even like black and brown people? That's the point. I'm making a joke about your candidate. This is who the president gonna be. She's very presidential. Very presidential.
Including ensuring federal, state, and local resources are being coordinated in a smart and efficient and effective way. We have also been in constant contact with the leaders in Florida to make sure that we are cutting any red tape that might get in the way of getting relief to folks, to make sure also that communities receive the resources and the support that they need as quickly as possible. Already, we have sent more than 1,000 federal personnel to be on the ground in Florida to assist with what needs to happen in the state to prepare for this hurricane, and we will continue to scale up those efforts. To the people of Florida, and in particular the people of the Tampa region, we urge you to take this storm seriously. As has been said before, this is a storm that is expected to be of historic proportion. And many of you, I know, are tough and you've ridden out these hurricanes before. This one's going to be different. And so we ask you that by every measure, understand it's going to be more dangerous, more deadly, and more catastrophic. So please listen to your local officials. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. And if you are told to evacuate, please evacuate immediately. Do not wait until it is too late. And in the hours and days ahead, President Biden and I and our administration will continue to do everything we can to protect the people who have been in the path of this storm. And once the storm has passed, we will be there to help folks recover and rebuild, as we continue to do for those communities in Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and across the Southeast who have been devastated by Hurricane Helene. Finally, as the president mentioned, to any company that or individual that might use this crisis to exploit people who are desperate for help through illegal fraud or price gouging, whether it be at the gas pump, the airport, or the hotel counter, know that we are monitoring these behaviors and the situation on the ground very closely, and anyone taking advantage of consumers will be held accountable. The bottom line is this hurricane poses an extreme danger, and we urge everyone in Florida to take extreme caution. And we are with you, and we will get through this together. We've been working around the clock to prepare for Hurricane Milton and to ensure that people are safe, including ensuring federal, state, and local resources are being coordinated in a smart and efficient and effective way. We have also been in constant contact with the leaders in Florida to make sure that we are cutting any red tape.
And y'all keep saying, what is she doing? And somebody asks, why do I show videos? Because when I do sit and just talk, they be like, well, she has no proof. She has no facts. I'm going to show you the videos because you can see them moving their mouth, stating what they're going to do. Duh.
Everything I've heard about Bob Woodward's book is right. Donald Trump secretly sent COVID test kits to Putin for his personal use. I ask everyone here and everyone who is watching, you remember what those days were like? You remember how many people did not have tests and were trying to scramble to get them? You remember how rare it was to have one? You remember people by the hundreds were dying every day? We would watch the number every day being reported of people who were dying, people who were in hospitals without their family, where the only touch that they had was of a nurse that they hadn't met because the family could not get there. And this man is giving COVID test kits to Vladimir Putin? Think about what this means, on top of him sending love letters to Kim Jong-un. No, think about it. He thinks Vladimir Putin is his friend. What about the American people? They should be your first friend. If everything I've heard about Bob Woodward's book is right, Donald Trump.
MAGA, tell me what you think about that in the chat, about your candidate sending our stuff to Putin. I want to know. I guess that's a lie too, huh? Anything that people state that is a fact about Donald Trump, y'all gonna say they're lying. I can show you him saying it himself, and I have, and you said it was AI. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Lord. Have mercy. Jesus, fix it.
Trump will always choose Putin over the American people. And now we have evidence. A new report that he secretly sent Putin COVID tests while withholding them from sick and dying Americans.
So I said to my people, slow the testing down, please.
Who will Trump look out for in his second term?
I think I could have a very good relationship with President Putin. I'm not disavowing that he called me a genius.
It's not you.
Trump will always choose Putin over the American people.
You
Now,
cannot
we
be
have
friends with your
evidence
enemy.
reports that he secretly
Putin
sent
is not our
Putin
friend.
COVID
Putin is
tests.
not for the American people. But Donald Trump, he could never grasp that. A small mind can't grasp the truth. He can't grasp facts. Putin is playing him. Putin don't like Donald Trump. He looked at Trump as dumb. Donald Trump is dumb, but Putin doesn't like him.
But as a prosecutor, I would go up to the parents of homicide victims, would have a meeting every Thursday evening. And no DA had gone up there. And I would go up and join them for their meetings.
Wow.
And talk with them about, and basically figure out what we needed to do more to figure out who the killer of their child was, and to be able to then bring those cases to justice. It's I think it's very important that we all agree that, look, as a society, there has to be a serious consequence. But the one person killing another human being, a woman being raped, a child being molested, there has to be serious consequence. And that's the work I've always done for the majority of my career. And I feel very strongly about it. And I think that people should be able to live in a society where they feel safe. I think of safety as a civil right. And all people have the right to be safe, because think about a society that doesn't have that, where then people are constantly worried about something unexpected happening to them. That's not going to be a productive society. You know, as a prosecutor, I would go up to the
For her entire career, she has been for the people. That's what she's telling you. She's been for the people. Kamala Harris would cover home care for seniors. Vice President Harris cared for her aging mother and knows the financial and emotional strain it can cause for families. The Harris-Walz administration will strengthen Medicare to cover home care for seniors, which will save families money and keep seniors out of nursing homes. In addition to covering vision and hearing benefits to help seniors live independently for longer. That's what she's about. That's what her and Walz are about. What is your candidate Trump about? Please tell me. I want to know. Please.
It was already in here. By the time it was already here. Like by the time you banned China, it came into
Nobody knew the extent. Nobody knew how contagious.
I'm not. The question is, Mr. President, by June, we knew things were bad. And you know, the last time I was with you was the day before your Tulsa rally in the Oval, and you were saying big, huge crowd. It was indoors.
By the way,
These people, they listen to you.
Excuse me, John.
Yeah.
We had a 19,000 seat stadium. First of all, we had 12,000 people, not 6,000, which you reported, another people reported. But that speech was the highest rated speech in the history of Fox Television on Saturday night. And nobody says that.
I think you misunderstand me. I'm criticizing your ability to draw a crowd. Are you kidding me? I've covered you for 5 years. You draw massive crowds. You get huge ratings. I'm asking about the public health. And I've covered you for a long time. I've gone to your rallies. I've talked to your people. They love you. They listen to you. They listen to every word you say. They hang on your every word. They don't listen to me or the media or Fauci. They think we're fake news. They want to get their advice from you. And so when they hear you say everything's under control, don't worry about wearing masks. I mean, these people, many of them are older people.
What's
Mr.
your
President.
definition of control? Yeah. Under the
It's giving them a false sense of
right now,
security.
I think it's under control.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And you have it.
Did you not hear it? He said they are dying. That was under his presidency. It was not President Joe Biden, VP Kamala Harris, that those people were dying from the 19.
What testing does? Wait a minute. Let me explain. What testing does? It shows cases. It shows.
But he sent our test to Putin. MAGA. Are you kidding me? This is your candidate. Really?
How would you Yeah, take a look at some of these charts.
I'd love to.
We're going to look.
Let's look.
And if you look at death,
Start to go up again.
Well, right here, United States is lowest in numerous categories.
He can't even read the chart.
Lower than
What's that?
Europe?
In what? In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
Much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
you can't do that.
It's been widely reported that the US has intelligence indicating that Russia paid bounties or offered to pay bounties to Taliban fighters to kill American soldiers. You had a phone call with Vladimir Putin on July 23rd. Did you bring up this issue?
No, that was a phone call to discuss other things, and frankly, that's an issue that many people said was fake news.
Who said it was fake news?
I think a lot of people. We discussed numerous things. We did not discuss that. No.
And you've never discussed it with him?
I have never discussed it with him. It never reached my desk. You know why? Because they didn't think it was intelligence. They didn't think it was real.
It was in your written brief. Do you read your written brief?
I do. I read a lot.
Really?
You know, I read a lot. I like to say I don't read. I read a lot.
A lot.
You read your daily
I
intelligence
comprehend
brief?
extraordinarily well. Probably better than anybody that you've interviewed in a long time. I read a lot. I spend a lot of time with at meetings. Usually it's once a day or at least 2 or 3 times a week intelligence.
Because this was apparently
talking about India, talking about with the problems with China.
John Nicholson, former head of forces in Afghanistan, said, and this is when he was working for you, that Russia had weapons to the Taliban. Isn't that enough to challenge Putin?
Weapons when they were fighting Russia too. You know, when they were fighting with the Taliban in Afghanistan.
It's a different era.
Well, it's a different. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna stop that a moment. I remember Donald Trump invited the Taliban to Camp David,
It's well known in the intelligence.
and he talked about it. Why would you invite the Taliban to Camp David? That was not presidential, MAGA.
Russia is supplying weapons and money to the Taliban.
I have heard that, but it's never it's never reached my desk.
The US troop level in Afghanistan right now is roughly the same as it was when
You're wrong. No.
Mr. President, I'm sorry. We have to do.
Okay, are you ready?
No,
We'll be down in a very short. It's already planned.
Well, that's a different
Let me
question.
explain. We'll be down in a very short period of time to 8,000.
Don't he look like a
Down to
fat turkey
4,000.
sitting there? Look
We're
at him.
negotiating right now. We've been there for 19 years.
I know.
19 years.
If you just let me finish my
We'll be
question.
getting out.
I understand.
He can't handle the truth.
When
You
came
can't
in, it was
handle the
8,800.
truth, Trump.
You boosted to 14,000, and now you're back down to 8,500.
We're now.
My question
we'll
to you:
be at 4,000. I'll give
When?
you the exact. Very soon.
You told Fox News recently that you couldn't say whether you'd accept the results of the 2020 election. What does that actually look like as the sitting president? I mean, it's unprecedented. What would that actually look
Hillary
like?
Clinton never accepted.
She conceded on.
She wasn't the president. She was not the
That's
president.
an important point. That's an important point. She conceded on election night. Now she grumbled about it and said all sorts of
Grumbled. She
Okay,
wrote books
fine.
about it.
She wrote books.
Use the word grumbled.
Fine,
But she wrote books about it.
that's fine. But I'm
Did you
just
see that beating
I
easy?
get it. I get it.
306 to 223.
I'm
That's
not
a lot.
disputing you beat Hillary Clinton.
That's a lot.
Listen, what I'm asking is you'll be the sitting president in the White House. What does that look like? Not
I'll
accept.
tell you what it looks like.
Are you litigating?
Let me tell you what it looks
Okay.
like. So we have a new phenomena. It's called mail-in voting, where you send where a
You-
governor.
Donald Trump mails in his vote.
Absentee voting is okay. You have to apply. You have to go through a process.
You have to apply for mail-in.
Absentee
It's the same
voting is
thing.
good. Look,
Look, okay, let's do concrete. Let's do concrete.
they're sending out
Applications.
governors millions of ballots.
No, they're not.
They're
Look at that
applications.
turkey sitting there. He's a big fat turkey.
Has an extremely well-funded vote-by-mail program. Your campaign puts out emails telling people to vote by mail.
Correct.
Your daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, she did robocalls in California saying it's safe and secure mail-in voting.
Let me tell you,
The
we
Republican
have
won.
no choice.
That was an all-mail-in race.
Let me tell you, you ready?
Yeah.
We have no choice because right now we have many court cases that we're waiting.
Let's move to Portland. I'm sure you've seen the disturbing footage of people in fatigues beating the Navy veteran.
No.
Well,
Here you
it's
go.
there.
Fake news.
It's not fake news.
No.
It's on video. Your own Justice Department and Homeland Security Inspector Generals.
Excuse me.
Your Inspector Generals are
Excuse
investigating
me. You're
unconstitutional.
trying now to blame law enforcement instead of anarchists.
I'm
Instead
not.
of Antifa.
I'm not.
It's Antifa and anarchists that are causing the problems, not law enforcement.
He has to blame somebody else all the time. Now he's blaming in the future of now on blacks and brown people. He has to blame somebody all the time.
What is your response to Senator Paul?
First of all, he's a homeland.
He's the worst president
They're
ever.
securing a courthouse.
Border patrol,
They're homeland security.
elite units,
Border. Hopefully they have
Camo,
ice in there. Hopefully they have ice.
The serious concern is the reports of people being rounded up and not being told why they're being detained. That's what's being investigated by Mr. President. The inspectors generals. The inspectors generals.
You know why they're being detained? Well, yeah.
There's an investigation. Do you support that investigation?
Well, I haven't seen the result yet.
But do you support the initiative of it?
No, I think that actually I think Antifa should be investigated, not the law enforcement.
What does systemic racism mean to you?
Nothing.
I hope the answer to that question is no. Does anybody really answer that question accurately?
But what about not hope? What about analysis? What's your cold-hearted?
I have seen where there is a difference, and I don't want there to be a difference. I don't like that there would be a difference. But with that being said,
why do you think black men are
police
2.5
have
times?
white people
I know, but why do you think black
in
men
a larger number?
in quantity?
Police have killed
But why do you think black men are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by police than white men?
That I don't know, but
Why do you
I
think
don't
that?
like it.
You must have thought
Why?
about it.
I don't know why, but I don't like it. I do know this.
Does it speak to
that
something
police have
systemic?
killed many white people also.
But proportionally, what does it speak to?
It speaks to something, if that's the number, you're telling
It is
me
the
a number. Okay, if that's the number, it speaks to something that to me is unacceptable.
And what do you do about it then?
Well, I think we've already done a lot of
You
things.
haven't.
I did more for the black community than anybody, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln. Whether you like it or not, people say, "Oh, that's
You really you believe you did more than Lyndon Johnson, who passed the Civil
I think
Rights
I
Act?
did, yeah.
How?
Because I
How
got
possibly
criminal
did you
justice reform done. I got prison reform.
Lyndon Johnson.
I've done things. Well.
He passed the Civil Rights Act.
How has it worked out? If you take a look at what Lyndon Johnson did,
You think the Civil Rights Act
how
was
has
a
it worked
mistake?
out? Because frankly, it took a long time. But for African Americans,
But you
under
think that was
my
a mistake?
administration, Jonathan, under my administration, African Americans were doing better than they had ever done in the history of this country.
Donald Trump,
He's already in here.
that man is sick to think he has done so much more for black people. But right now, in the present time, you're breaking down black and brown people. You're saying that the Haitians are bad people. Their blood is bad. It's in their DNA that they're bad people. But who made people slaves? Who whipped people with whips across their back, tied them to trees? Inquiring minds want to know, Donny boy. Nigerian people and Haitian people, they come to this country. They are some of the smartest people. Educational level, you don't want to compare. Us Americans can't even compete with some of them. It's the truth. They doctors, lawyers, engineers. They some of the smartest people. Americans, we play around more than anybody. Them people come here and they're intelligent. And they work all the time. Whether you like Mexicans or not, they are hard workers when they work. Y'all can hate them all you want. But I must say, Mexicans are hard workers. And the lie they tell that Donald Trump says the Mexicans coming here taking black jobs. Black people ain't going out in them fields. Our ancestors did it. We went to college. We went to universities. We're not going out in them fields. Let them do it if they want to do it, because you're saying that they're stealing blacks. That's what he said, blacks jobs. No. Because black people are not getting out in fields. We're not doing long jobs. No. We went to universities. We're not going to do it. So stop telling that lie. Black people, Barack Obama, black. He was the president of the United States. VP Kamala Harris is vice president of the first black vice president, the first black woman vice president. Gonna be the first black female president. That's a black job, because we ain't getting out in the fields. So leave the Mexicans and the other migrants alone and let them do the work if they want to do it, because this beauty ain't getting out in the field. None of the black people I know getting out in the field. We ain't doing it. So when he's saying they stealing black jobs, that's a lie. Y'all don't buy it. It's a lie. He's selling you wolf tickets. That's all I can tell you. We ain't doing it. That's a huge lie. And y'all falling for Donald Trump lies. It's disgusting. Please stop falling for his lies. Hold on. If y'all like, we can discuss a little P. Diddy if you want to, because I said towards the end we would discuss P. Diddy. As you all know, I don't like P. Diddy. I don't hate him because hate is a strong word and hate is not of God. But I do not care about P. Diddy. So we're going to discuss P. Diddy. I'm going to play a video for you all about the diddler. And him and Donald Trump go a long way back. They are friends. And it's just like in full circle what's going on. I told y'all they are the same person. They mirror each other. And they both are in a mess right now, facing time, prison time. Donald Trump would be sentenced on November 26th. P. Diddy is behind bars right now as we speak. He's trying to get a third bond. But you know what? I don't think he's going to get it. I don't want him to get it. He is a menace to society. Diddy is a bad man. And then his mother comes out and speak up for him, which that's what a mother does. But she know her son. Lady, you know your son is a menace to society. He is a danger to women and men, children as well. The attorney that came out to, that put against the case to go against Diddy, and it's like 100-something people. The youngest victim of P. Diddy is a 9-year-old boy. A 9-year-old boy that P. Diddy had taken advantage of. He would make false promises and tell them he's going to make them a big star. And then he take advantage of them. And when they found those thousands of bottles of baby oil, y'all, it wasn't just baby oil. No. It had something in that baby oil. Hold on.
P. Diddy demise was coming. I'm going to tell you when I knew his demise was coming. Not when Cat Williams spoke out. No. His demise came, and I'm going to say this.
She know what she's talking about.
And
this is real. Listen.
Culture, but some of us do dibble and dabble in that. You Haitians and you Jamaicans, you know, and you Creole people know. When P. Diddy got that tattoo on his back, I knew from then on his life was not going to go the way he wanted it to. I don't know if y'all know, but y'all need to look up that tattoo that he got on his back. I don't know who told him to get that. They were not his friend. They knew what that tattoo meant. And the person that was putting that tattoo on him was so happy. When I tell you, the person that did that tattoo was happy. Oh, and did it well. Face clear. You can't mistake it for nothing else. And when I tell you, the spiritual realm is having its way with P. Diddy. I don't care what he do, he's not getting out of this. He owe. And it's time for him to pay up, you guys. He won't get off of this. I'm telling you that he won't. When he got that tattoo on his back, I knew he was doomed from the start. All right? Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me when you think his demise was coming. But for me, it was that tattoo. So, be careful what you put on your body.
He spoke over his own life. He went around for years saying bad boy. And this is the thing. Our words have power. He been running around here saying bad boy for life. Act Bad, that new song he had with Young Miami. Oh, she in trouble too. She better run to the feds before they get to her and save herself. I would tell everything I know about P. Diddy if I was her. You save yourself. She has children, 2 beautiful children. She better save herself. Diddy didn't realize, the person that did that tattoo, I was told it was a woman. He had problems with women. He liked to put his hands on them, kick them, DRGGIN them. That tattoo is a woman, that a spiritual tattoo, but that derives from Haiti. That tattoo on his back is to protect women from abusive men. He didn't do his homework about that tattoo. So do y'all remember in that video at the hotel, he was kicking and beating Cassie? Because that's who he is. He's a monster. He's going to pay the price. And sometimes when you pay the price, it's going to be something terrible. His butt is getting whipped daily by that spirit. He wear that tattoo on his back. He's getting kicked every day in his butt. Every day, that woman beating his back like he a runaway slave. There was a spiritual tattoo to protect women. And the person that put that tattoo on his back didn't tell him what that tattoo was about. He just thought it was a beautiful woman. Be careful what you put out. Be careful and know what kind of tattoo you're getting before you get it. P. Diddy cursed himself with that tattoo. When he got that tattoo, the domino effect started. He keep just falling and falling and falling and falling. He's going further down in that quicksand. Only thing you see right now is his eyes while he's going down in the quicksand. He drowned himself. This man is done. He will never get out. I don't care how many attorneys he paid with his bad teeth. He will never get out. He did the crimes. He must do the time. It's that simple. And a lot of black men are like, why y'all want to bring a black billionaire down? We don't have many black billionaires. Y'all don't realize y'all sound stupid. How would you feel if that's your 9-year-old son that he took advantage of? How would you feel? How would you feel if that was your son that he took advantage of? Think about the women and the young girls he took advantage of. What if that was your sister, your mother, your daughter? Put yourself in place of these victims and understand that this man is a horrible man. And his mama gets up and say, that's my son. He's been wrongfully convicted. Girl, sit down somewhere with that blonde wig on. Looking like a fool with that blonde wig on. Girl, that blonde wig don't look good on you, Janice. Stop it. Miss Janice Combs, making yourself look stupid. These two go way back. This is an old photo. They've been friends a long time. And like I said, they mirror each other. They go way back, y'all. Way back. And you know the Haitian people got Diddy with that tattoo on his back. Well, the Haitian people got Trump. Once you mess with Haitian people, you're in trouble. You will never have a good life. Donald Trump, you in trouble, boy. You should have left the Haitians alone. Because Haitian people normally vote Republican. You mess that up too, they gonna get you in the spiritual realm. They ain't got to put their hands on Donald Trump. Like Donald Trump telling y'all to go out and hurt them. Y'all trying to do stuff in the physical realm. The spiritual realm is much more powerful where they can destroy your entire life and you don't see anybody doing it. Haitian people are powerful. They know things that they can do that you will never be able to come back from. And Donald Trump has messed up in the spiritual world. You see what they doing to P. Diddy. P. Diddy would never see the day of light again. I don't care how many attorneys he paid. He would not. Look at him. This is your candidate with the likes of P. Diddy. This man is an evil man. But him and Donald Trump both have sexual assault cases. Be careful who you party with. But birds of a feather, what they flock together. We all know that. Birds of a feather flock together. We all been taught that. We living in sad times and a lot of crime happening. Sad times. People taking advantage of children, and they have children. Do you ever think about, what if somebody do it to your children? You would not like it. Yes, he was, AC. He's a horrible man. And people trying to put it all on Clyde Davis. You have choices to make, Diddy. Okay, maybe Clyde Davis had you, but you was a grown man when you met Clyde Davis. You did those sexual favors because you wanted power. And they claiming that what Clyde Davis did to him, he just doing to other people. You're a grown man. You was a grown man when you met Clyde Davis. You was not a little boy like that 9-year-old boy you took advantage of, allegedly, because he hasn't been found guilty yet. But I don't think the young man is lying. I just don't. Again, birds of a feather flock together. Y'all got to remember that these two mirror each other. They mirror each other. They may be twin flames. Just maybe twin flames. Again, birds of a feather flock together. They've been friends a long time. They mirror each other. They do. They definitely mirror each other. And you know, your parents teach you when you're young. Don't go around her. She's a bad person. She does this, she does that. So you got to remember those things. I'm going to show y'all something, and I believe it. I believe that Diddy did something to Justin Bieber. I don't like Diddy. I dislike him more than I dislike Donald Trump. I really truly believe that he did something to Justin Bieber. That boy ain't been right ever since he had been around. Diddy. He had him doing favors. And y'all know what I mean. What he did to the girls and the other people, DRUGGIN, them, I believe he did it to him too and took advantage of him. So I'm going to show you a video. One moment, please. I'm just not a fan of P. Diddy.
We've been told that Bieber and his wife have become devout Christian. Justin Bieber's
Hold on.
in the same
I gotta rewind it.
We've been told that Bieber and his wife have become devout Christians. The last thing.
This is Nancy Grace. Subscribe to her channel, please. I love Nancy Grace.
To anyone suggesting that Bieber is somehow the culprit in this scenario, I believe you are sorely mistaken. Bieber was just a boy when he was thrown in the pot with combs to stew. Take a listen to what happened with our friend Jimmy Kimmel Live.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Not funny. Okay, that's from Jimmy Kimmel Live. Back to Alex West joining us, investigative and entertainment reporter with The Mirror. I don't like seeing Bieber's picture and name bandied about as if he has done something wrong. Did you see him in that video? He's a little boy. He's just kind of sitting there smiling. And I don't like the implication of he knows better than be talking about things he does with Big Brother Puff on national TV. What was going on that this young boy can't talk about? I'm curious, Alex.
Yeah, it's all really been kept quiet even before these allegations came out. I mean, like you said, he was told from the very beginning not to speak about it. There's a video going around as well from when Bieber was kind of given, his custody was given over to Combs, but not formally, not legally. But he spent those 24, 48 hours with them. And then Justin came out and he has songs where he says that people saw him sick and no one really cared. He's very protective of other, especially young women in the industry like Billie Eilish. We don't know what happened in those hours, but we do know it's motivated him to be more protective of other young people in the industry.
I'll never forget Alex West having a brush with greatness when I was doing Dancing with the Stars, and Bieber came one night. Nobody could get close to him. He was totally flanked by a phalanx of security.
Hit the like button. Thank you. Please hit the like button.
I glanced over at him.
Please.
He was just a little boy. Let's take a look at what Alex is talking about. Watch this.
Where we hanging out and what we doing.
I can't. Oh, he made me sick. I don't like Diddy at all.
But it's definitely
He's disgusting.
A 15-year-old's dream, and we're gonna go full crazy.
Why would a grown man want to hang with a little boy like that?
Really?
And he's been doing this for years.
YouTube channel. Okay, to you, Lynn Shaw. What does that mean? A 15-year-old's dream?
Well, I can only imagine, Nancy. But I have a lot of questions. Where were his parents? Number one. Where were all the people around the entourage of this dirty Diddy? Where was everybody to protect this little boy? He's only 30 years old now. Listen, I'm in the middle of New York City. He used to continually just sell out Madison Square Garden. He was it. And he was preyed upon upon. He was brought
Amen.
in.
He
But
was
it's
preyed
not
upon.
only, I don't like him being put in the spotlight like this. We can't help it, right? It's kind of this low-hanging fruit, and this is the name being thrown about. But we hear stories of other boys that were brought into Bad Boy Entertainment right up the street from me, the old offices, and part of their audition process was you have to perform.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. So where was everybody? And I really want to put.
Thank you. Hit the like button.
I'm not having Justin Bieber's name in the same sentence as with Combs. Okay, just back off. We keep saying
y'all, Nancy passionate like me. She don't play. I love Nancy Grace.
Like it because he clearly has not made a statement. He's just had a new baby. He started a new life. And wouldn't you agree, Lynn Shaw, that if he had
Vera, yeah, it's a good question.
Parties, the free
Diddy ain't getting out, and I wish people shut up about him getting out. He's not getting out. People tell me they want him to get out. For what? To hurt more people?
That's what I'm talking about, Nancy. I didn't say he had.
Victoria's one said, so sad. Everything is being revealed. Yes, it is. And I'm glad it is. I'm so glad.
There were so many people involved in this horrible behavior. But Justin Bieber was the face, the biggest star, and nobody protected him.
Nobody. It's sad. P. Diddy think he's going to get away with this. That's why he keep hiring all these new attorneys. He can hire 50 attorneys. He is not getting out. And all you beautiful black men that's like, y'all trying to bring down the black man. He did the crime. Crimes. He should be punished. In that crime about he took advantage of men too. Yeah, those male victims. Whew, y'all. It's just sad. And he feels he should get away with it. His attorneys are, this is the newest thing today I found out. His attorneys are flipping the script as is Cassie is a villain. You remember the young lady that he beat up in the hotel because she was trying to escape from him because he had been drugging her and made her have sex with multiple men and she didn't want to do it. And he was feminine. The black market, you know what I mean? He's dangerous. I have no mercy for this man. No one should have mercy for him. And I read what somebody said that I'm delusional to compare Diddy to Trump. They both ex-SA abusers. They both had those charges. So they mirror each other. I'm sorry to inform you that your candidate has been charged with SA and convicted. Don't get mad at me. Be mad at P. Diddy and Trump. They put themselves in that situation. That's who put themselves in that situation. Them. Hold on. Just a moment, okay? Thank you for coming to my live. Please hit the like button. This has been a good live. I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad that nobody put actual stuff in my chat today because that affects my channel. So thank you all. Thank you. Hold on one moment, okay? Just a moment. Hold on, wait. Let me see what this is. Hold on. Okay. This is Gene Deal in the dialogue. Please subscribe to his channel.
I want to ask you about Diddy lawyer. You heard about how he came out saying that Diddy is not taking a plea deal and he's taking a stand? He out his rabbit at mine. He done fell and bumped his head. There's no way. Now you done said you had 50 witnesses against you. Now you got another 120 witnesses allegedly against you. And all you need is one witness for a sexual assault or sex trafficking case. One witness.
He has hundreds of victims. What about the ones that have not told yet?
He better hope and pray.
What about the men that haven't spoke
He
up
better
yet?
hope and pray that they want
Hit the like button.
more than they want his client. That they want somebody that they'll give his client a plea bargain. Ain't no way this man is going to get up in no federal court and explain any of his shenanigans to a jury or a judge.
He's not even getting a plea deal. They're not going to give him one.
He ain't that bright.
So if he take the stand, you believe that's a mistake?
Yep.
If I said he fell and bumped his head, if I said he must be riding a yellow bus with a helmet on his head, that's going to be one of the biggest mistakes he ever can make in his life, bro. He is not going to get in front of no jury and explain none of the stuff that he was doing. Not at all. It all sound good. And like I always say, it may make him feel good, but that won't be healthy. Dealing with the federal government like that, crazy, bro. He out of his mind. There's no way, excuse me. There's no way that he's
hit the like button, please.
Allegations against him. Even when he started explaining the situation with Cassie and dragging her by her hair and stuff like that back to the room. That's a form of kidnapping.
Amen.
How do you explain the tape? How do you explain it? Make him look real bad, bro. He better hope and pray that he can find some kind of leniency, and he can have somebody advocate and try to get a presidential pardon from somebody. And I don't think they would do that.
It's quite strange that Gene Deal is saying that, because this is the thing. P. Diddy is friends with Donald Trump. If, which is not going to happen, if Donald Trump was to win, don't you know he would pardon P. Diddy? But it's all about that bread now. Donnie Boy ain't going to do it for free. It ain't in him to do anything for free for anybody. VP Kamala Harris will not pardon him because she was a prosecutor against people that were SA victims. Remember, her best friend when she was in school was being SA'd by her stepfather, and she moved in with VP Kamala Harris and her mom, and that's what encouraged her to become a prosecutor. So she would never pardon P. Diddy. No. But I tell you who will, if P. Diddy got the bread to give him, Donnie Boy will. Because he has SA charges. And he loves money. He would definitely pardon this creature. Hold on. Just a moment, okay? Thank you for coming to my live. Please hit the like button. Thank you. We were discussing VP Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Now we're discussing P. Diddy. Because I let my people know that we're going to do that at the end. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to show y'all this video, then we'll get up out of here. Because I think I don't have y'all long enough. Y'all probably sick of me now.
45. Yes, this is me at 45, and my body can do things today I could not even
Hold on.
dream of as a child.
It didn't open up. Hold on. Let's see why this is not open. Okay, there we go.
Disgraced music mogul Sean Diddy Combs remains behind bars in a Brooklyn, New York federal jail. A stark difference from his mansions in South Florida and Los Angeles. This week, the once famed producers fall from grace.
Subscribe to Law and Crime. Subscribe to Law and Crime channel.
Sex trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. While appearing in front of a federal judge on Tuesday, he pleaded not guilty to the crimes. Diddy was once known for his boisterous personality, often appearing as a fun-loving guy who would host great parties, including his now infamous white party. But since his fall from grace, many who have filed lawsuits against him allege sinister activities were going on behind the scenes. At the center of the government's case against Diddy are his alleged freak-offs, which according to the indictment were elaborate and produced sex performances that Diddy arranged, directed, pleasured himself to, and often electronically recorded. But the freak-offs were first alluded to in Cassie's now settled federal civil lawsuit that was filed in November of last year and settled within a day. In the suit, it says Diddy would repeatedly ask Cassie at random moments that he wanted a freak-off or FO, and she was expected to facilitate the location and hiring of male sex workers. The suit would go on to say during their relationship, the mogul would insist on an FO weekly, which would often take place in hotel suites. It's alleged Diddy would pay to fly male sex workers to his location, which included cities in the United States, and he would require Cassie and his staff to help him make these arrangements. According to the federal indictment against him, when the federal agents searched through his homes during the raids, they seized drugs and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. In Cassie's suit, she alleged Diddy's assistant, who also set up the freak-offs, would stock the hotel suites with baby oil and Astroglide. And Diddy always supplied her and the sex workers with copious amount of drugs like ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, and ketamine. According to her suit, she would frequently get anxious before the FOs to the point she would become physically ill. But still, Diddy would shame her into performing for him, and if she didn't want to participate, she was met with anger and violence. In Rodney Jones Jr.'s civil racketeering lawsuit, first filed in February of this year, he alleged Diddy had a habit of regularly drugging his party guests and having forced sex with men and women. Like the federal indictment laid out, Diddy didn't work alone. He always had a team helping him with his alleged crimes. Jones, who was also once in Diddy's inner circle, alleged in his lawsuit he was required to solicit sex workers and perform sex acts with them for Diddy's pleasure. Adult film star Adria English, who filed her suit against Diddy in July of this year, alleged she was groomed into sex trafficking over time by Diddy. In her suit, she said she first met Diddy around 2004, when her boyfriend at the time was auditioning for a modeling gig at Diddy's fashion line, Sean John. She claims her boyfriend and another model were asked to perform oral sex on Diddy in order to get the job, and when he refused, Diddy's associate offered him the job as long as Adria worked as a go-go dancer at his white party in the Hamptons. She says at his party she regularly had to drink alcohol laced with drugs like ecstasy. According to her suit, Diddy demanded she have sex with party guests, and if she didn't, he would tank her career and blackball her and her boyfriend from the industry if they didn't comply. Diddy's most recent accuser, singer Dawn Richard from Danity Kane, alleged in her lawsuit filed about a week before her former boss's arrest that at an after-party she saw a copious amount of illegal drugs, and the girls who attended the parties appeared lethargic or passed out, while Diddy and his guests allegedly performed sexual acts on them. She alleged in her suit Diddy told party guests, "This is a buffet, enjoy yourselves. This is what we do. This is how we party." Under Diddy's federal indictment, it alleges the producer threatened and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires for years. When federal prosecutors announced the unsealing of the federal indictment against him, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said the victims were filled with drugs to control them for long periods of time, with participants of the freak-offs typically having to get IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion.
The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent and subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims at times by their hair.
While arguing for bail after he was arraigned, Diddy's attorney reportedly told the judge it's not sex trafficking if the participants of the freak-offs wanted to be there. After Diddy was denied bail on Tuesday by a federal judge, his attorney, seemingly disappointed Diddy wasn't issued bail, said
I didn't like that attorney, that particular attorney, y'all. How can it be consensual when somebody is putting DRG in your drink and you know nothing about it, putting DRUG in the baby oil and you get a massage You know nothing about it. It is not consensual. And it is known at his parties, that's what he does. Cassie even said in her filing against him that he paid her millions of dollars to be quiet. This man is a deviant. This man is a menace to society. He should never touch the grounds of New York to party ever again in his life. He is a 54, 55-year-old man. He will never get to go have a white party again, and I'm grateful. And I bet there are many more people that are glad that P. Diddy can't do these things again. But what's sad, what about the people that was helping him? Because they was doing it too. But we're going to find out more because that attorney that has 100-some people, that he's their attorney. He's out of Bugsby, I think that's his name. He's in Texas. He said they're going to be revealing some of these other people that help P. Diddy. Young Miami, you better call him before he call you. Save yourself. You have small children. Don't be loyal to somebody that wasn't loyal to you. That man had a baby with that beautiful Asian woman on you. He just loved beautiful women. Not that he don't even like or love y'all. He abused all of y'all. Emotional, physical, in every form it is. Young Miami, tell what happened to you. We know you got a story to tell. You just fronting. Girl, stop fronting. It don't matter if you came from the projects. Just speak up. Don't be loyal to someone that's not loyal to you. You talk about he was in love with you. Girl, he couldn't have been in love with you. He got that other woman pregnant. He ain't love any of y'all because he was sleeping with all of you, and men and whoever else he could get with. Fix it, Jesus. UL says a lot of people are helping him. Yes. And Vera said, I'm seeing all the connections now make sense. Amen. Cheryl said, love your channel today. Thank you, Cheryl. I hope you come back, please, Queen. I appreciate all you beautiful kings and queens. UL said he's probably got so many rich people involved, they're gonna probably disappear him. Okay, I know what you're saying. If they do, I don't feel sympathy. I'm just being honest. Vera said, wow. I know. I feel you, Vera. Queen Vera, yes. Wow. It's a lot. But he did those things. Vera said, I feel sad for these people who were young coming up to be stars. That's sad. It's sad. Very sad. Richard Andrew Crosby says, Trump can't even recall a Bible verse. Are you kidding me? That's true, because when he got interviewed and they asked him to quote back a Bible verse that encourages him, he couldn't think of not one. Not one. Y'all, I appreciate y'all being on here with me. We've been on here about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. And if you like to support my channel, you can send me a super chat. I will appreciate it because I'm trying to grow my channel. I just got monetized, and it would mean so much if somebody send me a super chat. Come on now, don't do me like that. But I just got monetized, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have you guys come to my live. I will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Yes, I've been on time a lot lately. So I will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I would love to see you all. We will be having the same 3 topics again. VP Kamala Harris and Donald Trump and some more. Probably even some more P. Diddy, okay? Because my channel is about politics, the election, and celebrity news. So that's what my channel is about. And it's about uplifting y'all and letting y'all know y'all are beautiful kings and queens, and you have a right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. And I have a right, because it's my channel, to discuss each of the candidates and the facts about them. And when I'm talking about a candidate, it's not personally talking about you. So please don't get offended when I talk about Donald Trump. I'm stating the facts. If he hasn't done those things, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. I love you all. Y'all have an amazing evening. I see you tomorrow, okay? Now, tomorrow, it'll be 25 days. Today made it 26 days before you vote November 5th. Tomorrow, it will be 25 days. I'm voting early. Yeah, I'm going to vote early. I'm excited about voting. Thank you, each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Please spread the word about my channel. It would mean so much to me because I'm trying to grow my channel. I've been doing this now, covering the election, what, a month and a half now. Please support my channel. Spread the word. Hit the like button before you leave out. I love each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. Good night. Bye.